Okay, I'm gonna try and do this in one take. If you clicked on this video, you're a very lucky person because this is such an amazing opportunity, and I'm about to go into some deep value and information on why and how you can leverage this. But basically, this is a brand new business model. Not a lot of people know about it. It's not very saturated, not like SMMA. It's a little different, a little better, and yeah, and I'd love to share this with you. So let's just get into it and go ahead and focus on what is this new business model. Well, this new business model is IPGA, Info Product Growth Agency. I hate how we keep putting acronyms on these things instead of just shortening the name, but whatever. So an info product, if for example, is e-learning, online courses, online education, online college, those are all examples of info product. It's information in product form and you're growing it for your clients. So I'm about to go into some deep value, I'm about to show you why you need to leverage this and take humongous action on this opportunity. Okay, so let's just go over here. All right, so info product growth agency, let's just get into this. Can you still see it? Yes, you can. Probably off center. Okay, breakdown online education. I thoroughly believe this. I believe that online education and learning is the foundation for our future. Why? Well, reason number one, because colleges are expensive and location restricted. Not a lot of people have 50 grand, if not and more, to go to college, and not a lot of people can move and just upright and leave, or a lot of people don't want to upright and leave and move out, child, adult, nobody really, or not child, sorry, not a lot of people want to do that. The point is, okay, reason number two, because the potential revenue is insane. I will say this first reason was from a consumer point of view, and the second reason is from a provider point of view, and the third reason will also be from a provider's point of view. So when I'm reading these, be thinking that way. But yeah, back to reason number two, because the revenue potential is very high. There is lots of opportunities with revenue for your client and for you, and I guess in a way for whoever is buying the course, depending on what the course is goal is and what it is for. But I will get into pricing and how you can make money and how you can help your client make money later in the video. Reason number three, the person who influences the most people will always make the most money. If you look at gurus, what do they always have in common? A big influence, a big audience. They make the most money because they have the most influence. So that's just kind of how it works. If you influence a lot of people, you make a lot of money because you can leverage your influence, and it's just easy, right? Now, let's just get into some of the benefits of starting an IPGA to help you kind of go through this in your mind, because it's good to have a list. It's good to have some reasons on why it's beneficial. And I know that some of you are probably very skeptical. I'm not going to quit my SMMA. And by the way, I'm not telling you to quit your SMMA, but this is a very good opportunity, very unsaturated, and a lot of things tie into SMMA, so it wouldn't be that difficult. First one, it's quite simple to fulfill these services. Now, SMMA services can be overcomplicated and can become difficult, but these services are kind of hard to mess up. You're basically just holding people's hands through the course building process and doing it for them, and they're pretty much only recording, or I guess if you have specific, maybe local businesses, then you go record for them. It's whatever you want. You do you, be a critical thinker. Don't just take everything that I show you in this video and just go immediately apply that and just go do whatever I said in this video or whatever you see somewhere else. You need to be a critical thinker, and you need to write things down. You need to come up with a plan. You need to be formatted, and you need to find out what you think will do best. Test it. If it doesn't work, change something, do something different, or not something completely different, but change something about that plan and just keep trying. That's okay. Business is business, especially online business models, are extremely difficult, and you're not going to win the first time. And I'm sure you already know that if you're watching this type of video right now. Let's just get on to the next one. Another benefit is real net profit margin. Oh my gosh, I cannot stress this enough. So if you don't know what if you don't know what net profit margin is, net profit margin. The net profit margin, or simply net margin, measures how much net income or profit is generated as a percentage of revenue. So right there, those last two words, percentage of revenue. Basically, give a little example here. Let's say I have a client and he's paying me $100. If I take 10% of his initial revenue, or let's say that he's making $100 and I take 10% of his $100, my net profit margin would be $1. That's how it works. It's basically just the percentage of money that you take from the revenue. I hope I simplified that good enough. Let's get into another one. Another great benefit from starting an IPGA could be you have the leverage here. Okay, so this one's kind of interesting and kind of hard to explain. With social media marketing, it just became so saturated so quickly, and I say quickly, but it took a few years, but it's very saturated, and everyone, all local businesses, all big corporations, everyone's getting cold calls, cold DMs, cold emails, cold Facebook messages. Like, all the outreach methods are completely saturated with SMMA. It's just bad. You had no leverage. There was no reason for people to choose you. There was the creativity. You had to go so above and beyond to be different from everybody else, and it's very critical to be different from other people, and it became too hard to do that in SMMA. It's not even that it's too hard, it just became pointless. You were almost wasting time with it. So that's another reason that you really need to take this and just think about it, because there's lots of opportunity with IPGA, and I don't want to hide that from anyone, and I would like to be one of the first people to open some people's eyes to SMMA is saturated. It is saturated. I'm not saying that it won't work. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I'm not saying that people haven't made money. I'm not saying that you can't make money. All I'm saying is it is saturated right now. And personally, I think that you need to stay ahead of the curve to be successful. Anyways, you have the leverage here. People need your services because the demand for online education is way up here and the supply is way down here. If you know how supply and demand works, you got what I just said. Let's move on to the next thing. There are so many niches to choose from. Niches, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to say it. Whatever. There are so many to choose from. I'll give a few examples right now. You have dog trainers, you have chefs, you have financial advisors, you have, those were just the three I could think of at the top of my head, but I'm not going to tell you what mine is. I might tell you in a later video. Not the point. Not telling you right now. There's so many niches to choose from. Another one is sports coaches, but the point is there's lots to choose from, and there was lots to choose from in SMMA, but it just still wasn't the same. Still was not the same. There's lots and lots and lots to choose from right here, right now. Okay, now. Like I said, I thoroughly believe from the bottom of my heart, bottom of my gut, bottom of my brain, whatever you want to call it, okay? I thoroughly believe that the foundation of our future is based on online education, because it is an upcoming thing, and it's not going to ever decline. There's the feed for education and learning will always be above the supply. That's just kind of how it works. Schools will always need more teachers, and it will only become easier to get online education online. Sorry, I stuttered there. I don't know why, but yeah, I thoroughly believe that online education is the foundation of the future. So another benefit is it's easy to understand and easy to explain. And what I mean by that is SMMA can be very difficult to explain to friends, parents, teachers, pastors, whatever, whoever you are trying to explain SMMA to. I guarantee you had to repeat yourself a few times, right? This is pretty simple to explain. You're basically holding businesses and sole proprietors and just anyone's hand through the course building process. You're helping them identify what their problem is, how they want to solve it with their course, their chapters, their lessons, what they're going to do to record, and basically just put it all in one place, launch it, and you're basically just helping people build online courses. It's not very complicated. Okay, now the last one. I'm just going to restart. So one of the biggest benefits to starting an IPGA right now is this last thing that I have listed, which is brand new opportunity. I cannot stress this enough that this is an amazing and an intense opportunity for so many people that like this is SMMA all over again, and you cannot miss it. You cannot miss it, because as soon as these gurus start hopping on this, it's over for you. It's over for you. And you really need to, if you've gotten this far in the video, I really need you to, as soon as this video is over, start applying what you learned. Write some stuff down. Use the Socratic method if you have to. Just ask as many questions as you can to yourself. Just do what you got to do. Okay, focus up, full tunnel vision, get it done. You got this. You got this. I got confidence in every single person who's watching this video, and I'm just thankful that anybody's watching this video. But I have confidence in all of you. You got this, okay? It's okay. You got this. You're gonna fail. You're gonna win. You're gonna fail a lot. Just keep trying. Keep trying. Keep trying. What do you have to lose? Just keep trying. Okay. Now, what you all have been waiting for, pricing. So, we're gonna do some quick math here. Where's my calculator? We're gonna put this to the side. We're gonna use it here in a second. So I don't work with anyone below 20,000 followers. Now, I know that sounds like an ego thing, but it's not. It's for my safety and for my client's safety, right? 1% of the following will always convert, okay? So we're just gonna go ahead and do some math. Let's say I have a client with 20,000 followers, okay? 20,000 followers. And what's 1% of 20,000? Well, I don't have to do that math, but it's 200, right? So let's just go ahead and say 200 times 50, okay? So for an initial cost to buy my client's course, $50. These are all examples, no real examples here. But let's say that it costs $50 to buy my client's course. What's 50 times 5 or 200? 50. Oh goodness, what am I typing? 200 times 50, pretty sure it's 10. Yep, 10,000. Okay, so 10,000. So that's an initial fee, and if we can use paid ads, we could get that 1% to convert within the first month. So that's basically a 10,000 turnaround, which makes the prices that they'll be paying you literally seem like pocket change pennies, okay? And your client will be absolutely ecstatic and love you forever. Anyways, so 10 grand in this guy's pocket, right? But to top that, these are all just initial fees from the first month, right? And so let's say that these 200 people stay and you gain some, whatever. Let's go with the low number and say 25. The best way to do this is to have an initial fee and a monthly retainer or a monthly cost, because it's just to help you and your client, right? Now, obviously, work with your client on this. Make sure you guys have a clear understanding and are on the same page about what you want to do and what your goals are for the course. And make sure that this section right here is so pinpoint, ball pen clear. Okay, you do not want to misunderstand what your client wants at all. You want to make sure that you know what they want and that you're both meeting each other's needs. Okay. Now let's just go with another example here. Let's say that 200 times 25, which is the monthly retainer. So 200 oh goodness. 200 times 25, which is 5,000. So that's $5,000 a month. By the way, these are really low numbers. Now let's say, so this is where your client's money's coming in, okay? Now let's go into where your money starts coming in. So for an initial upfront cost, I would say $500 to $1,000. Now, if you choose the high side, maybe around 1,000, 1,500, or even 800, something like that. Anywhere past 500 is what I would consider the high side for an upfront cost. I would consider sending your client some equipment. I would consider investing maybe 500 out of that 1,000, and sending your client a better quality camera and microphone if they don't already have one, to ensure your safety and theirs, to ensure that you have done everything that you can do to provide them the best course possible, so no blame gets back on you, right? So if it were me and you were charging on the high side, I would just make a little investment. It's hardly even an investment. Just send them some better equipment if they really need it. And that kind of fluffs up the initial upfront cost, because people don't really like upfront costs. Also, all these things, you can change whatever you want. Do whatever you think's better. Do no upfront cost. Do only an upfront cost. Do only an after launch price. I don't care. Do whatever you want. You do you. This is your agency. Figure it out. Do what you think is best. So there is a $1,500 to $2,000 after launch price. After launch price is completely after it's launched, after it's public, after people are basically about to start joining. $1,500 to $2,000 is basically just to fill in for all the services in between the upfront cost and when it's done. Now, the good part is this 7 to 10% of the net profit margin. See, I already explained what net profit margin means. If you don't remember what it means, it's basically the percentage of the revenue that you get, okay? So let's go back on these numbers and say he's making $5,000 a month from those at $25 with 200 people, which, by the way, are very low numbers. Like, I'm telling you, if your client invests $100 and does two or three paid ads, they'd get more than these numbers, okay? So let's say that our client's getting $5,000. Now let's do 5,000. What's 5,000? What's 7% of 5,000? 350. Okay, so 350. So you're only getting 350, but like I said, these are really low numbers. So, do your own math, add some high numbers, get yourself hyped up a little bit. 350, but that's passive income. That's literally doing nothing. After you launch, that's 350 of doing nothing. Like, you're doing nothing. Now, I will say, there's a big opportunity if you really want to go the extra mile. Especially if you're already running an SMMA, what a good opportunity would be is, after launch, send your client to your marketing team and get them to absolutely throw that course everywhere. Get it boosted, get it everywhere, and that will help you and your client. That'll get more sales, more consumers, more money for both of you, and you honestly could recharge for the marketing portion, and your monthly percentage would be higher because they would be making more. Honestly, that would not be a bad idea. So think about all these things. Think about whatever you want, leverage whatever you want. I will say, I'm gonna be putting some really good information in my brand new Telegram group. I will be releasing an online course about IPGA, how to build one, how to leverage it, how to fulfill the services, how to do all of this in depth. I will be releasing a lot of free content on YouTube. I will say that the course is going to be completely free as well. There's just going to be some different types of value, different types of content on there. So yeah, make sure you join this Telegram group. Also, let me know in the comments if a WhatsApp group would be easier, because I know a lot of people in other countries and just in general use WhatsApp, but I already know how to use Telegram, so that's kind of what I chose. But hope everyone has a great day. I hope everyone understood what I said. I know I can be crazy. I'm sorry. Also, real quick, I wanted to before the video is over, I wanted to shout out these two creators. They're really great guys. They're one of the only ones that I've seen post videos about IPGA. Their names are IPGA Media and Remarco Morrison. Those are two great YouTubers. They're both just starting their channels, as am I. Definitely go check them out. Really good information, really good value on them. Don't miss this opportunity, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Just don't miss this opportunity. This video would not be in front of you right now, and you would not have watched all the way to the end of this video to hear me ramble for no reason. Take this opportunity. You got this. See you in the next one.